Water can be stunningly beautiful, but it can also be extremely dangerous, as evidenced by the world's most extreme weather events. Here, we take a closer look at the 10 most deadly and destructive floods of recent times. In July 2021, shocking images emerged of widespread flooding in Germany and Belgium. A large area of the Rhine region experienced record-breaking rainfall on Wednesday, 14th July. Parts of North Rhine-Westphalia and Rhineland-Palatinate saw 148 liters of rain in just 48 hours. For context, the region normally has 80 liters in the whole of July. Rivers burst through their banks, washing away buildings, while mobile phone networks were down, making it impossible to reach people missing. The spa town of Bad Neuenahr-Ahrweiler was one of the hardest hit areas, with houses swallowed and a road bridge collapsed. Beginning on 17th July 2021, China's Henan province was hit with heavy rainfall which caused reservoirs to overflow, leading to flooding in Zhengzhou and other parts of the province. In fact, there was a year's worth of rainfall in just 3 days. Shocking images emerged showing commuters stuck on a subway train, where water burst through and filled carriages. Some 500 passengers were trapped, according to local media. At the beginning of February 2022, Ecuador's capital was blasted with more rainfall than it had experienced in almost 2 decades. The torrential downpour triggered a landslide as rocks and mud were carried down the Pichincha volcano. Quito, located on its eastern slopes, was directly in the firing line and streets were filled with waves of mud up to 10 feet high, while cars were swept away and houses became flooded. Much of the city was without power and many residents were evacuated to emergency shelters after power poles were toppled by landslides. According to Quito Mayor Santiago Gutierrez, the soil has been soaked with water following the heavy rainfall that triggered the landslide. A staggering 700 millimeters of rain fell in 30 hours on Australia's east coast on Monday, 28 February 2022, devastating southern Queensland and northern New South Wales. The unprecedented weather, dubbed a rain bomb by politicians, has led to brutal flooding. Thousands of homes were submerged, including much of Brisbane, Australia's third most populous city. However, what NSW Premier Dominic Perrott has coined as a once-in-1,000 years catastrophic weather has been exacerbated by climate change.
I went through the fifth.
The door just went.
From June 2 to 3, 2022, heavy rains poured down in western and central Cuba, causing deadly floods that are reported to have killed at least 2 people. In Havana, nearly 2,000 residents were forced from their homes and around 50,000 people in the surrounding area were without power. The heavy rainfall was linked to Hurricane Agatha, which swept through southern Mexico before hitting the Caribbean island.
cámara esa está.
Tomando ron.
In late July 2022, catastrophic floods swept across Kentucky, USA, killing at least 39 people and causing catastrophic damage. The Appalachian region of eastern Kentucky was the hardest hit, with President Joe Biden declaring a major disaster. The state received 8 to 10 inches of rain in 24 hours, which experts say is a 1000-year rainfall event. Homes were washed away. As many as 50 bridges were destroyed and thousands of residents were displaced. The floods also caused major damage to infrastructure, cars, power and water supplies. Eight rounds of monsoon rains have hit Pakistan, which has been battling flooding, with thousands left without food or shelter since the start of the monsoon season in mid-June 2022. Some 2.3 million people have been affected and nearly 100,000 homes have been destroyed. Infrastructure has also been damaged with nearly 2,000 miles of roads and 129 bridges damaged in the affected areas. In October 2022, Nigeria was hit by its worst floods in a decade. The disaster displaced 1.3 million people and completely or partially damaged more than 200,000 homes. Water. Many parts of the country are prone to flooding every year, but this year's event was worse than the last major flood in 2012, according to Red Cross officials. Swaths of farmland have been destroyed and concerns have been raised about the spread of waterborne diseases and disruptions to food and fuel supplies due to flooding. In October 2022, Venezuela was hit by an almost unprecedented torrential rain. On October 8, the town of Los Tejeris has experienced 35 days of rain in one day, causing mudslides. Then on Monday, October 17, flooding in the central state of Aragua caused a dam to overflow, causing a landslide. The military has mobilized 2,800 troops to help the region deal with the aftermath of floods linked to the climate crisis.
Una tragedia, hermano. Mi amor, mira el lío, como se desbordó Lisandro. Este es por la parte de atrás de la casa de Xarela. Hay que corre la voz para que el Señor tome el control de todo esto.
Heavy rains hit the recovering Sanlio, Arfe and Adi Yemen provinces weeks after a series of catastrophic earthquakes hit southeastern Turkey in February 2023, triggering devastating flash floods. Water washed away cars and makeshift shelters of quake survivors, and the area was covered in mud and debris. Thousands of quake-hit buildings were further damaged by rising water levels.
Oldu ya. Bir de çadırlar bölgesine vurdu. Urfa'yı sel bastı, Urfa'yı sel bastı. Go, 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 go.
Köprüye bak gençler. Gençler yola bak. Yola çekiyor. Gençler.